Good morning, y'all. I've done a lot so far this morning. I've collected the groceries and I'm about to wash and separate my meat and produce. So we'll talk while I do that. And before I do that, I'm washing the stuff. So I don't want hair in nothing. Nothing. I have cleared the counter. Let me show you guys. So Mr.'s mom got him a new Keurig, and it is schmancy, honey. I mean, it's regular for y'all, because y'all living large out there in these social media streets. But, we're staying within our affordability because we have to stock up for living the rest of our lives with a unvax tax. Because that's what unprogrammed people are going to have to do now in this country. So since we know that there will be life with unvax tax, with money that we don't yet have, we are saving. Anyway, so his mom went and got him we even got this one at the thrift store. So it was pre-COVID when we got it. But look, color was so pretty. But the water comes out too hot almost. Not almost, it comes out too hot. So the coffee actually tastes burnt. And I really thought that's just what all Keurigs did. And I was thinking maybe that's why this was in the thrift store, but that's not why I was in the thrift store, because it didn't work when it was in the thrift store. But y'all know Mr. Mr. saw it, and when he got it and saw what didn't work, this motherfucker took it apart and put it back together and let me clean it out, and voila, we had our beautiful little lime green Keurig machine. But this is a wrap. I'm trying to figure out what he's gonna do with it. Oh, I have my last pimento. Boom. I put it in the window and let it finish turning red, like we do tomatoes. But I should probably do that with the orange one over there. I need to tell Mr. to harvest it, because that's for his family. Speaking of his family, that's what I was talking about, right? Y'all know this has a shelf bra, so I'm not walking around jiggly. Well, I'm jingly, baby. But, it's not like I'm walking around without a bra, even though I am. But I'm not. Wash and prep and putting it away. Because just like with harvest time, I always tell you guys advice I need to continue to follow myself to minimize wastefulness if I'm going to be a maxi minimalist. Don't harvest shit out your garden unless you're ready to either cook and or prep it for storage. And the same with the groceries. Don't have all that if you buy it in bulk, which I didn't buy in bulk, but it's still too much to just put all in there together. But if you buy it in bulk, in whatever capacity, don't have them damn groceries delivered until you're ready to put them away. Don't do them like you do that laundry, because your laundry just get wrinkled. Your food be wasted, and that's a lot of money. And it's going to be even more money with the unpoked tax that we got to pay. And that's no shade to you guys who have been poked, except for y'all that went willingly. Y'all that went willingly, I'm talking to you. But y'all that just got cornered into it, whether it was your job, whether it was whatever oppressive, systematic, whatever mandate, because that's what they are. People saying, oh, you can't work here unless you're whatever, or you can't do this unless you're... That's a mandate. That is fucking martial law. But I'm going to let y'all keep pretending that we're not living under a martial law, under supremacy's dictatorship, which we have been living under actually for generations. But they just went ahead and kicked in on some honey badger shit, because everybody is programmed enough. Not only are people programmed in terms of colonialism and capitalism, not only do they have that programming, they now have chemical and mechanical programming in play. So even if the truth tellers could have reached a person who was colonized to open their mind to decolonize. If they've been poked, and put it like this, if they're colonized and poked, don't even waste your breath trying to decolonize, because the program is now technical, is now biological warfare. So now it's biological and technical, and you can't, common sense can't get through that. Common sense can't get through that. I said what I said. But as I was originally saying, I don't be talking to y'all that got forced via the low-key martial law mandate to get your jab, because you had to work, you know, your kids had to go to school, you had to get it. The catch is, there is no reversing it. But I know y'all had to do what you had to do. I'm just glad you had enough sense prior to, so that you could potentially, your body could potentially fight that virus. Not the severe version of the flu that everybody's catching, but that virus. Because even if you didn't get jabbed, I mean, oh, it's so much. It's so many levels. Even if you didn't get poked, but you downloaded one of these apps that monitor your biological levels, blood pressure, sugar levels, excuse me, that Calm app, even a little simple thing, that Calm app, the teletherapy, you know, where you call and you get a therapist, you know, where you can get therapy. Anyway, it's just like, that was the beginning. You know, when people was downloading apps that keep up with Fitbit, bitch. I called it Fit Bitch, because I was like, that's so cute. That keeps up with y'all steps and everything. Little did y'all know, it keeps up with y'all steps and everything. And everything. Every step your bitch ass take. I'd be sad for y'all though. Unless it was like totally willful. That's why I said people that got martial law into it. But the rest of y'all, I really don't care what happens to you. I don't want anything bad to happen to you though, because that's the difference between poked people and unpoked people. So they're trying to push that. The hypocrisy of supremacy is just unfathomable, and everybody just falls for it. You know, so now they'll be like, oh, you the unpoked people, you're selfish and you're blah 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 blah, you're killing everybody and all that. So the poked super spreaders are telling the unpoked, uncontaminated people who don't and never had it. Meanwhile, the poked people, some of whom who have been reinfected on multiple occasions. Y'all notice from the beginning, they never bothered to be even curious about reinfection rates. They talked about long haulers for about 5 minutes. Do y'all think we don't have no more long haulers? I have a few in-laws that are long haulers. One of which had to start carrying around a damn motherfucking oxygen tank. The other of whom can't keep their job. You know, everybody's so caught up with Kyrie and his choice to protect himself, how he chooses to, how he sees fit, and to not inject elements into his body. Whereas there's right behind him, an NBA player from Chicago was injected, and immediately not immediately, 2 weeks later, hospitalized with blood clots. Everybody knows about the myocarditis, but nobody mentions it. And I'm paying close attention to every doctor. And don't think getting a black doctor is going to protect you. Every last one of them motherfuckers went through the AMA. They got their licenses from the people who forced them, because they got their own martial law mandates in terms of how to treat us. Oh, I bet you they don't let this video post. But I don't really give a fuck. Long as I'm, mispronouncing, misspelling the trigger terms, for Al. They'll catch me every now and then. I'll give a slap on the hand because I think my agent got a little crush on me. I like him too. He lets me speak truth in my own way as long as I follow the loophole rules. But he has lately been making me aware that supremacy is cracking the whole fuck down. And all the people that were saying to truth tellers years ago, oh, that we're crazy, we tinfoil hat motherfuckers, they would never, because you trusted your government. Half of y'all still trust them, and even the ones that don't trust them enough to take the mark of the beast. Praise the Lord. Oh, let me finish this. I'm sorry, my bad. Let me finish this meeting. It's a real trip to know the Titanic's going to sink, and to see the Titanic sinking, and to see that everyone else sees the Titanic sinking, but everyone else just continues to move as if the Titanic is not actually sinking. You know what? All I know is not one motherfucking American better ever in their life fix their lips to look at me and act like they wonder how old boy Mustache did it over in Germany. Not one. I've been over that since I told y'all that Hawaii was a drill. Since I told y'all Hawaii was a drill, and since White Lash happened after Obama was elected, or during, as soon as he was elected, I haven't been willing to listen to anybody acting surprised at anything. You know what's a trip? And I have to do this at least several times a week, multiple times a week. I have to sit and listen to people who I have told what was going to unfold. And they, of course, they find a story or learn about something that happened. And they come to me because they know that I'm the one that told them before. In their subconscious, I guess. Because when they bring it to me, they bring it to me like it's news. Like, they're like, did you hear about that couple that got the Pope? And they died within a month, within a minute of each other. And I'm just like, wow. And what's crazy is someone can bring you one of these stories. Oh, look. And now they're admitting that such and such and such. Oh, you mean that they're admitting what I told you before, and you told me I was doing too much? That's what my mind is really doing. But I just go, wow. Because I don't dare add to it. Even while they're telling me, without telling me that I told them so, even while they're basically, in a nutshell, telling me that I told them so years ago, if I add on to what they're telling me now, if I say, yeah, of course, because they're also going to use that information to do this and do this and do this, and then this is the next phase that's going to unfold. They will literally, you can't even add to what they're admitting to you that you was right about before. Because if you say, yeah, and the next phase is that they do da. And they'll be like, oh, they can't do that. They would never do that. They still be on the behavior that enabled this current behavior that they're acting so surprised about. And sometimes I bet it's been you. Sometimes I bet you have done that very thing to someone. Someone told you the truth about something, and you were like, you shut them down, right? So then you come back later, because you can't tell it to your friends, because you and your friends been saying how that's been bullshit all along, right? So now when you find out, oh shit, then you go to that one person that told you about it, because you know they're going to understand. But that person can't even say anything to you. They can't add anything to the story. They can't say, well, yeah. Even if they already knew that happened, because they've been read about it themselves. They knew. And they told you stories about the same scenario. Like, I told you this was going to happen. What did you think was going to happen? And now that you know this, what are you going to do now? especially if you're poked already. What you gonna do? It's irreversible. And so that's why my thing is not you being willing to to sacrifice yourself and your family. That's not even my issue. My issue is you encouraging other black people, because I don't everybody else has a savior, right? We are our own, we are all we got. So when I see a black person encouraging other black people to sacrifice their lives like that, that's when I get triggered. So you don't never hear me really and what's funny is they are transferring. It's the hypocrisy of it all. It's the hypocrisy of supremacy. They act like the unpoked people are the ones mad at them for getting it. We don't care what it should be if it really worked like you say it do. What it should be is y'all shouldn't care that we don't get it. But now y'all consuming yourselves with hoping that we get sick and go to the agents, the medical agents, so that they can neglect us and kill us so that we can fit the narrative of unpoked people dying of it. That's what you want to happen. We're not hoping that what is actually happening happens. We're not hoping that they give it to you through the shot and then you get sick and die, even though that's happening repeatedly. It's not rare. It's not rare. And that's so funny when they call them breakthrough cases. The breakthrough cases are cases of people that have been protected, but they still die. So, or they catch it. So that's a breakthrough case. Ain't a breakthrough situation supposed to be rare? That's like saying eggs are extinct. Chickens are extinct. Have you ever seen a mint plant? Oh, it's one in a million. It's a breakthrough plant. Mint. It's a breakthrough plant. It hardly ever grows. I don't know what to tell y'all. And by the time I post this video, it's going to be too late for a lot of y'all. Hell, it's too late for a lot of y'all right now. But like I said, wellness and protection to those of us who love those of us who love us. And that's it, right? And for my who have access to the means to protect ourselves, I hope y'all are using it. You know what I mean? Things align for a reason. You were apparently meant to be protected as you decolonize. Because they're...